Hey, good morning. This is your comedy ambassador. Guy went out and bought himself a brand new shiny pair of Tony Lama boots, and they had such a reflection on them that they would reflect whatever he was looking at off his boots. So he decided, heck, I'll go down to the street corner one day and see what I can come up with. So he went down to the street corner, and he was standing there, and a young lady comes up, and he looks down at his boots, and he looks up at her, and he says, hey, I'll bet you I can tell you what color your panties are. And she says, I'll bet you can. He says, sure, they're red. She says, red, how'd you know that? He said, I could tell by the shine of my new Tony Lama boots. So he stood there for a few minutes, and another woman comes up, and he looks down at his boots, looks up at her, and he says, hey, honey, I'll bet I can tell you what color your panties are. And she says, you can't either. And he says, sure I can. They're blue. He said, blue, how do you know that? He said, I can tell by the shine of my Tony Lama boots. So he kept that up, and so for a little while, and a little later, another young lady comes up, and he looks down at his boots, and he looks up at her, and he says, hey, I'll bet I can tell you what color your panties are. And she said, you can't either. And he said, I sure can. He said, they're black. She said, well, you're wrong about that, buddy. She says, because I don't even have a pair of panties on. He looks down, he goes, oh my God. He says, thank God. He says, I thought I had a crack in my new Tony Lama boots. Hey, this is your comedy ambassador getting ready to tee off. Have a good one.